I received last month an email from a curmudgeonly friend in another town, and it went like this. Our rector left us a robocall announcing the schedule for the coming week. It ended with, "Have a blessed day." "I don't want to have a blessed day," he wrote. "I think I'd like to have a lucky day, or a pleasant day, or a peaceful or productive day, or you name it day. Isn't every day blessed? Are some days cursed?" In response, I told him a story from my former parish life. I was sitting in the lobby of a nursing home with an old clergy friend, one of my oldest, also a fishing partner. Although he lived in a nearby town, Charlie came every day to be with Nancy, his wife. He soon knew every staff member and many of the patients by name. Charlie was serious about the faith, but he was a prankster. He always had a joke. If he sent me a note in the mail, it was always illustrated with a little cartoon. I visited with them weekly because of our friendship, and actually our parents' friendship before ours. That day I had just used the drive-in window at the bank down the street, and I had been invited by the teller as she handed over my receipt to have a blessed day. I was complaining to Charlie much in the spirit of my email correspondent. "You and I take blessings seriously," I said. "We pronounce them at the end of every Sunday service. I don't like having blessings trivialized." He just smiled. A few weeks later, I had visited him and Nancy on the nursing home's front porch where they sat for hours in fair weather. As I left and said goodbye, Charlie looked up, grinned, and said, "Have a blessed day." I just shook my head. A week or two after that, a glorious afternoon had brought a large crowd of patients and staff out on the front porch. I made my farewell to the two of them, and I started toward the parking lot. After a pause, I heard behind me a whispered, "1, 2, 3." And then a full chorus. Charlie, Nancy, residents, nurses, housekeepers, at full volume as they waved goodbye. "Have a blessed day." My friend Charlie was trying to get me to take myself a whole lot less seriously, and he was right. My recent email correspondent makes the central and sound theological response to his own complaint. Isn't every day blessed? So why not celebrate it even if it's not quite in your style? I came across an essay last month pointing out that our faith rests solidly, as we just heard in this morning's gospel, on loving God and loving our neighbor. But too often, went on the writer, Our evangelism tactics could be described as convincing our neighbor to have an interest in us, rather than manifesting a genuine curiosity about the lives of those outside our congregation. Love towards God, a deceptively simple idea, is mentioned only one other time in the Synoptic Gospels than the citation you heard today. The New Testament's emphasis lies rather on God's love for humanity, to which our love for God is the response. Oddly enough, in this passage, Jesus doesn't have the last word. It's the scribe who says that the first commandment is much more important than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. So next week, when Amanda at the Patton Avenue cookout hands out the window my hamburger and malted milkshake with "Have a blessed day," I'm going to let her have the last word too. Maybe my aesthetic and theological elitism, my version of whole burnt offerings and sacrifices, can take a break and let me receive with gratitude her benediction. Amen.
Amen.